High anxiety whenever you're near. High anxiety, it's you.
Hey, how's everyone?
My
I wanted to show some books. I hadn't recorded anything in a little while. California had, in its drastic beauty, kind of gone from like 105-degree days to like 70-degree days. So it went from using a bag of ice a day to sort of thinking like it felt like soup weather. I have a little project that I've also kind of been working on. I wanted to do something for my my artist spotlight series of videos, and I want.
Stinky morning, shaggy hand, dumpy weather job, trumpy nose. Little wonder then, little wonder, you little wonder you. Big screen dolls.
I wanted to show all my Jim Lee covers, and an artist I don't mention that much, who's definitely one of my top guys, definitely from the 90s. Sorry about the helicopter. It's like Monday morning, so probably like a news chopper or something. Joe Quesada.
Hey!
Hi.
You the guys that ordered the pizza?
This dopey bitch ordered a large plain, but I could go for some hot, thick Sicilian.
No charge, lady.
Hurry.
Mr. Quesada, would you state for the court the sequence of events leading up to the night, June 30th?
I stopped off at Josie's bar after work.
My all-time favorites. Predating his editor-in-chief Marvel time. I've always really liked Quesada, with or without Palmiotti. But I pulled a lot of Quesada books, a lot of Jim Lee books, and I thought before I did a spotlight, I'd maybe just kind of show what I have in my boxes right now and see where it kind of takes me. So this is actually a Klaus Janssen Wolverine 26. Definitely a cover he drew and inked. The inks are great. The Wolvie, it's okay. But the man inked Batman and Dark Knight Returns, so impeccable artist. Just his strong suit is inking.
What's the line on the Knicks? What? What's the fucking line on the Knicks?
Yeah, what's the fucking line?
Vinny, what's the line on the Knicks?
It's a 6.5, boss.
Yeah.
So here's a Jim Lee I never had as a kid. I always admired it from afar. Just a really nice. I am kind of like, I'm a little tough on Jim for his inks sometimes, but that's just because I'm so used to seeing him inked by Scott Williams, one of the greats. But when it comes to his early stuff, I'm less skeptical because I just think it looks great anyway. But here's a nice Wolverine in the mid-20s, came out in the late 80s. Great snow cover. This one right here, it makes me think of this. It's a Spike Lee movie that's a remake of, I think, a Korean movie called Old Boy. But in that film, there's kind of like a little light district, and that's what this Wolverine 24 reminds me of.
It's your birthday!
Give me $5.
old! 3 years old!
Give me $5.
You give me $5.
Like all the lanterns and neon. And I think I have a copy that would have been sold at a grocery store or at a fairground. This is something I just kind of set aside. I always wanted to read this. This looks a lot like Joshua Middleton, but it's someone else. But I'd also like to get that miniseries from the 90s of Rogue. I always kind of eyeballed it. So this book is cool. I never really read the stuff where we finally got Logan's name. I guess his name's like, it's really anticlimactic. I think it's like John. But they talk about this little series on The Big Bang Theory, a show I really enjoyed watching with my bro. And they were kind of citing these books as answers to Wolverine's adamantium or something. Like, I guess his lineage. I guess we already knew about his adamantium from Marvel Comics Presents Barry Windsor Smith Weapon X stuff.
Wolverine was not born with bone claws.
Howard, you know me to be a very smart man. Don't you think if I were wrong, I'd know it?
Okay, first of all,
excuse me, Wolverine Origin, miniseries issue 2, page 22, retractable bone claws. If you people spent less time thinking about sex and more time concentrating on comic books, we'd have far fewer of these embarrassing moments.
This is a book I go way back with. I guess this is first Jim Lee on X-Men, but this book has a lot going on. This is a first print, although I don't fault the second. I like the old gold background second prints on stuff. Although I always wanted a real legitimate New Mutants 87 first cable. I had a gold one as a kid, and I always wanted the red one. This is kind of cool. You don't see Jim draw Spidey a lot, but this is Punisher War Journal. This is from 1990. Carl Potts writing, David Gross penciling, and yeah, again, Jim inking himself, looking pretty good. Pretty simple. I really like the Spidey.
If they move,
nice job on Spidey's palms there. All right, we got another Quesada.
Me and this guy started a comic club.
This is one I got actually about 63 and 64, but this is number 64. The Nom from January of 92. That's Chuck Dixon writing, Wayne Van Saint, and Art Nichols on the art. And yeah, it's a really early Quesada, Jimmy Palmiotti. You can see that Quesada doesn't have his really famous way of signing his name, where he does like basically it looks like a stencil circle. Let me get an example right here with that Wolverine Origins, but this signature, his name's almost at like an angle, and he really refined it. You know, he basically added the trademark, like 3 slashes, breaking up the sphere. Sure. I'm crazy though. I like the old Greg Capullo signature, where he basically did like like he basically did like the G and a C also with like a stencil, and I thought that looked cool. Yes, another issue of the novel. This is, I believe, a Wayne Van Saint cover. Again, Chuck Dixon.
All I do is smoke weed.
I learned a lot about the Nom recently just because I watched this whole video on Uncle Jerk's channel about Mike Golden. Really good. He's done up to 3 parts, but I think he's going 4. Oh shoot! I gotta get this in some protection. Yeah, that's always something I gotta do because I didn't always use Mylar, so I go through books that I bagged and boarded in like 2017, and they kind of need new protection, to be honest with you.
Comic fans.
But
Iggy Pop here.
I hope Higgy doesn't hate me for showing a Conan book just because it's a Jim Lee cover. But that's a beauty. His Red Sonja is nice. And again, that's I'm pretty sure that's Jim inking himself. I don't see. I mean, there's a lot of room left in the box there for some inker to swoop in, but
you mean I gotta ink
some nice line
myself?
work, some like really nice just slashes of ink on the forearm and indicate the metal. And I like Sonja's gloves a lot. They're really short, kind of chisel lines. So nice work there, Jim. I think what it is nowadays when he does ink himself, like I think maybe he's kind of.
Shut up! I got India ink on my fingertips.
Sense. I mean,
India ink. Do you know how hard that is to get out?
Output has been extremely prolific for years. This right here, I've been talking with Batcave Comics a lot about baseball. Take another look at this book. Nice Mickey Mantle comic. I haven't thought about. I work in the LA Harbor, so the Dodgers are doing good. They got pretty much the most high-profile player right now. So this Mickey Mantle comic, nice full color. It sort of reminds me of that comic of the girl who loves swastikas, or like that old comic. It's just like a Mickey Mantle comic that's almost like nicer than it has any right to be.
Let's go.
I mean, I was thinking when I opened this, it was going to look like one of those like rock and roll comics. But this looks great. So yeah, me and Batcave Comics just been talking baseball a little bit. It's been really cool. Nice way to end the summer. So this just starts with a Mick, being this country boy from Oklahoma playing in the minors.
Greenbow, Alabama.
I don't know exactly what happened. Like he was like touched by an angel, and all of a sudden, I mean gradually, but also all of a sudden, he just kind of became a dynamo. And I always kind of find that interesting. So, yeah, just a really nice book. He's like that famous blues guitarist Johnson. He became so good that there was rumors that he sold his soul to the devil. And you know what? I kind of buy it. Because I mean, when these guys go from being like better than mediocre, but still kind of amongst the rank and file, to just being freaking amazing, it is kind of confounding. I picked this up, and I picked up one for my brother. So we got Beetlejuice. Beautiful. That's funny, I almost said Kelsey Grammer. But no, this is
over my face. What is the
Kelly Jones. Kelsey Grammer's Frasier on Cheers. I don't know who Kelsey Grammer is, but I think I might have seen a couple of her scenes. Let me see. So, hope you don't mind. You're thinking you're putting a facsimile of House of Secrets. They're calling this 9,998. I guess that was Beetlejuice's ticket number. Purgatory. Smoke him if you got him, right? Yeah, feels good. Got these a while ago. These are Black Ops Publishing. Just thought it was a really nice Pamela Isley cover. This Jim Lee stuff, my brother got me the trade paperback of Jim's work on the Fantastic Four. And I had these loose issues for a little while, but I didn't know that they kept going a little while after Jim stopped working on them. And I found some stickers back there. That's issue 1. Jim does a pretty nice submarinos.
You know what they call Twinkies in Mexico? Los Submarinos. That's where I'm headed, amigo.
Whatever.
Here's issue 3. Nice cap.
I gotta get out of here. I don't want to have to bust a cap. Kisses? Daddy. See you later.
Building up my thirst. I didn't crack a Topo Chico before this. It's really impromptu. This is a Portasio Fantastic Four cover. His Sue Storm is quite the bruiser.
I'ma break your ass.
This issue 5. Honestly, you'd be hard pressed to find a nicer Dr. Doom than Jim's. That's like insane. Issue 6. Here's a nice cover from a guy that was one of my favorites as a kid. Ever since I read Brett Booth's work on The Kindred, I was a big Brett Booth fan, but there he is. Pretty serviceable movie, wouldn't you say? Yeah, cool thing. Just, it's kind of hard to stand out drawing a thing. You got to really have a very cool take on the orange rock. But I'm digging the Wolvie. Oh man. Here's Booth on the Inhumans. And that's just a really nice Medusa. Here's Booth. Another nice cover. Brandon Cho, Brett Booth, Tom McWeeny. Oh man.
Well, I guess it is a pretty good size.
There's a Jim cover on FF10. So this stuff came out like around 97. That's a Joe Bennett ink job. Like I said, really hard to stand out on how to draw the Thing. It's just it's hard to top Kirby when it comes to Thing.
What would King do?
Especially when he really hit the stride on how he was doing the stone, but to show shadow, he would only fill in some of the rock. And it was just really marvelous, the discernment he used and how to do that. So, yeah, I always think of that when I look at a thing. Like, you just can't really top the King when it comes to that. It's a nice
dang way, fanboys.
all the way
Don't
up to
tease
issue
me.
5. This is after Jim Lee was doing the interiors. So, completed that little run. Here's some stuff not a little while ago, because I'm always talking to Big Elbow about.
What up, everybody? This is Big Elbow, like always, chilling with the two tiny fellas. Averno, Atlantis.
Taryn did the cover for. That's Scorpion, but I was thinking it was more like Copperhead. But yeah, nice Iron Fist, nice Luke Cage. I think this might be from the Ben Reilly era, the Clone, because I always associate these little gizmos to shoot the web being something with that whole Clone saga. And they're all on the Scorpions list. I guess that's Scorpion. This is one that Big Lee, I shouldn't even show because I want him to be able to show it. So I'm just going to show the cover. Big Lee, if you're watching, if you share your What If 97, please do so. Give him a nod. He spotted this book in the wild.
Give credit where credit's due.
His issue has a Kool-Aid ad with an actual Kool-Aid sample, like Kool-Aid powder, in the book.
In the computer?
This one didn't have it. So I was like, is mine incomplete?
You lose, pendejo.
Is there like a Mark Jeweler equivalent of Kool-Aid where certain books and like school districts have Kool-Aid samples? I don't know. This one though I did find a little while ago, and I got two. I got one of these
Jack
for you.
Stefanovich.
This is John Constantine Hellblazer, issue 140, and Warren Ellis writing, Frank Terran on pencils and inks. So I've never seen Terran on anything in the Vertigo universe. I thought this was great. Just a great matchup. Like, other than maybe like Steve Dillon, I don't think I've ever enjoyed seeing some Hellblazer quite as much as this. Why didn't they sign this guy to do like a 16-issue run? You got Warren Ellis, hot off of Transmetropolitan, and you got this guy who's just crazy good with the textures and amazing with shadow. And like, how do you just have that guy on for one issue? Is beyond me. I mean, unless he's incredibly difficult, unless he's just full-blown oh, can't show that. I was gonna be like, can't show that one, but I don't see any John Thomases, so.
Excuse me.
That's crazy.
Are you looking up my beans?
This thing goes on for a while. Smoking away. So yeah, just how cool when an artist and a character just mesh up beautifully. So I got one for you, Lee. Got one for me. Let's take a little break from the floppy books and some trades I found. I always kind of thought that Jim Valentino was sort of the unsung hero of the Image founding fathers. Huge Shadowhawk fan. I love that book. I wanted to kind of read what Valentino was doing before he. I think he's just pretty much like the president publisher of Image. I don't think they really utilize him as an artist, but he's got a background in cartooning and kind of like alternative comics, cartoony stuff. But this is the Guardians of the Galaxy Jim Valentino collection. It's book 1. I really like his style, and you know, it's kind of sad if you watch that. There's a documentary that's on the Image comics boom in the 90s, It's free on YouTube. This book too. But there was guys that really didn't lobby for Valentino to be on board with Image, because he wasn't like crazy into the detail, or he wasn't on the level of popularity with youth as Rob Liefeld or Jim Lee.
Dad, what's 9 times 9?
But he was like one of the first waivers. Like, you know, you had the first books, the Youngbloods, Spawn, Wildcat, Savage Dragon, and then you had like the second wave, Pit, Savage Dragon, Wildstar, Shaman's Tears. Shadowhawk was right there. It was one of the first ones, and I don't know. I think it's kind of lame that, you know, he wasn't one of the cool guys. He was like older, you know?
Old balls? Gross.
But I think, to his credit, maybe Rob Liefeld in particular really wanted him, and it was a good decision, because those young guys were kind of punks. Like, if you even look at it, like, in the long run, all those guys went back to DC or Marvel anyway, basically. I mean, only Todd ever really said nah. Todd didn't forget, but all those other guys, like, they all kind of went back. Like, my brother's got a really nice, clean Wildcats collection he got from Beach and Ball Comics before they closed, and they're awesome books. But you kind of realize Jim Lee just kind of went back to Marvel DC anyway. But yeah, so Valentino, I think he's awesome, and I think he really deserves his due, because he was the most business-minded of all of them. Not just with the I was going to say curfews, but deadlines. But he also just kind of knew how to run a company and how to be an executive. So this is something that Davis got me a couple years ago. Shout out Dustin Davis Comic Finds. But I ordered this one, and let's take a look at it. It's all Jim Lee Hush, but I want to see, because these coloring books are kind of cool. Thank you, by the way, for using a full-back Gerber magazine board. Who would do that? Actually, that's pretty good coloring. What am I saying? So you get to see it like flat, not glossy, and just straight up black and white. I've gotten really into coloring lately, but I mean, you'd have to have a lot of nerve to color in this. I mean, that's not fair to say. You'd either have to have a lot of nerve or just not really care and just be cool with whatever you come up with, because it's pretty sick. So I just kind of like, I sort of feel like we need more pinups though. Like something like that is good. But who's gonna like color this page like a falling scene? I want more Ivy, I'll tell you that. Yeah, like, where's the big Ivy splash page? Oh yeah, this was nice. That was one of Superman's nicer main squeezes when Ivy got a hold on him. Sort of makes me think of that whole what's that Alan Moore book where Superman has like the Black Mariah or something, like some plant life that basically hypnotizes him or puts him in an altered state. Hey guys, I'm just getting back from work, editing that video. It actually goes on a lot longer, but I think I'll save that footage for another video. Stop this one at about the 30-minute mark. Anyway, hope everyone's having a good one, and let's have an outstanding October. All right. things. Believe me, it was gonna be way too long a video, but I'll cut it down into separate parts.
What do you think it means?
Do not open until doomsday.
Hey, good guess. How do you know?
Who? Me? I didn't say anything.
Do not open until doomsday.
Maybe we ought to do like it says.
Are you nuts? We've got a subway tunnel to dig. We're not gonna stop just cause some nut door says so. Okay, move those drillers in. Let's go! Whoops. Run for it!